Hello and welcome to Lowell Park. I'm Will Kraus, along here with Ben Gainsboro from Stetson University. Yesterday, Kettle had a big win, 2-0 to go 3 games over 500 over the Harwich Mariners, which is the team they will play today here at Lowell Park at 5 p.m. It was a really great pitching performance, both by Reed Johnston out of NC State and Matt Mervis out of Duke. Johnston got his fourth start for the Kettleers. He came into the game with just a .81 ERA. That's at .52 after last night's game because he pitched 6 scoreless innings, striking out 4, and just being completely dominant against Harwich. It was really a great performance. Coach said he had professional-type stuff yesterday. His second outing, Coach said that he had professional-type stuff. And then Matt Mervis struck out the last 6 batters of the game. It was another incredible performance, some great swinging and missing pitches on fastballs for Matt Mervis. He had a great game. And then also Dante Williams. Dante Williams had a big 414-foot home run. Couldn't believe that stat when I heard it, but it went 414 feet, and it went 103 miles per hour with an exit velocity. Coach said he had some MLB-style quick hands last night, which definitely seemed true after that one. Kind of a scary moment, though, actually, in the 9th inning. Dante Williams hit one right off of Cam Bauman out of Harwich's jaw, and apparently he's just going to need stitches, which is a great sign. The coach said that it could have been a whole lot worse, but overall it was a big win, 2-0 win for the Kettleers. Here's Ben with a little bit about today's game right after I throw it over to Coach. I caught up with him last night. Here's what he had to say. Big 2-0 win, lots of great pitching. What do you see out of Reed Johnston? I think he came into the game with a .81 ERA, and that's lower now.
Oh, I thought it was a .08 ERA, and that's the reason I put him out there. Reed's been really good. I don't care what the ERA is. He's had a couple outstanding outings, and that was a extremely mature outing today by Reed against a good hitting, good swinging Harwich club. And there's been 2 games Reed's pitched that I thought were what I call very professional, tremendous poise, stayed ahead in the count, uses all of his pitches, and he did that tonight. And then what can you say about Matt Mervis? That's his best outing of the year, and I don't know if his arm felt the best because I don't know if he had enough rest, but we felt like, he was the guy that needed to be out there, and so those 2 guys did a heck of a job to throw a shutout in this league.
Thoughts on Dante Williams' performance, obviously, with the big home run and the throwing out of the runner in the first inning?
Yeah, I mean, I told him, and one, we want the Harwich people, and we certainly told him we're very glad that the pitcher's okay. He's going to have some stitches, and he's very fortunate. Shook Dante up a little bit, but that was Dante's best game this summer, and he showed some what I call MLB hands tonight. When you hear the crack of that ball off the bat, both the line drive, and again, we're certainly glad the pitcher's not hurt bad, and the home run were 2 balls that anybody playing this game would love to hit like that. And throwing the guy out in the first inning, bottom of the first, was huge out. You never know what can happen after that. So his best game of the summer, and I'm really happy for him. And so to me, he helped lead us to this win. And I was just telling Dante, I want you to walk out of the ballpark concerned about the pitcher, without a doubt, because we all should be. But I also want you to walk out of the ballpark realizing this was your best game of the summer.
Colton Kessler got his first start behind the plate yesterday in quite some time and got in today. What have you seen out of him?
Well, Colton's a big, strong guy. He's a big boy back there, and I like all 3 of our catchers. I think they all have different attributes. And I'm glad some nights that we can catch 2 of the 3. I think it's good for us. And but he came in and spelled Cody, and we wanted to do a pinch runner, and the players like each other. They handle it really well. I don't worry about moves and somebody sulking in the dugout. So our guys handle it really well, and Colton's done a great job, and we're happy that he's back because Cody did most of the work during that time, and he comes in every day. He says, I'm ready to play, but I'm sure there's some bones and muscles in that body are a little bit tired.
One last question, Coach. It sounds like Nick Gonzalez is going to be back at some point. how much of a relief it is to know that he's going to end up being okay.
Well, big relief. You don't want anybody with a broken leg or ankle or knee damage, and he's got a big contusion. But I didn't sleep till I got that news last night, and then I still struggled a little bit with it. His parents are here, which is really a great time for them to be here. They can help him, and he's getting it taken care of today. He stayed back to get it worked on, and Nick will be back in a couple of days, and we'll all welcome him back, and because he's in my opinion, just a tremendous player, and we're thankful that we will get him back this summer.
Let me just add one more quick stat from last night on that Dante Williams home run you were talking about. Hit it 414 feet, as you said. Exit velo was over 100 miles per hour. The funniest thing about that home run, we have 6 guys over 200 pounds on this team. Dante Williams is 5'11", 175, the second lightest player on this roster behind Sean Sullivan, who's a pitcher. So just one more thing about that. And for Harwich, they're a solid team. Their record's 12-15. It's not fantastic, but they're in a really hard division. The East is significantly more challenging than the West so far. This is a team that won't beat themselves. They play really solid defense, and their team ERA is 2.92 with players that are no longer on their active roster. So that's with the players that were cut earlier in the season. So they pitch really well. The most they've been beaten this year is by 5, so they won't get blown out. They play really solid defense, as I said, and they pitch really well. Offensively, it's a bit more of a struggle for this team. They only have 10 home runs on the year. And I like to liken them to the Detroit Tigers, if I will, of the MLB. They have a couple really, really good pitchers, couple really good guys out of the bullpen, a good closer. But offensively, it's really only 2 or 3 guys. Nico Cavadas is the big home run hitter for this team. He had 4 coming into yesterday, and you saw Kettle play really, really cautiously when Cavadas was at the plate. They pitched him up, they pitched him away. They didn't want to give him a pitch to hit. And their other big guy, like Detroit, his last name is Cabrera. The Tigers have Miguel. This is Daniel Cabrera, and he's their 3 hitter. He's just around 300. They actually don't have an active guy on their roster who hits over 300. Kettle has multiple. But he's hitting 298 with a home run, a couple RBI. He can swing the bat. So we are unsure of the starter as of this point, but as you know, if it's a Harwich pitcher, he's going to throw pretty hard. He's going to throw a lot of strikes, and they're not going to beat themselves. So let's throw it up to Sam and Aram for their thoughts on this game.